sometimes when we're overwhelmed, we kind of leave our bodies.
Right.
People talk about dissociation. And I think one of the things that is the main focus of my work is how can you be in your body safely?
Right.
Because that's the first step.
And I know, speaking as a veteran, when I'm doing something new or I'm looking into something that's new, I generally try and get as much information, kind of like the recce, right? So, you know, is the space I'm going to be going to, is it comfortable and is it safe? And is it going to be somewhere that, you know, is relatively close to where I can get to? Or, you know, what do I expect out of it? Do I have to tell my story again?
No, you will not have to tell your story. We will just be all people meeting to basically connect with ourselves and potentially connect with each other if that feels good for the person. It's a non-judgmental place where if you feel you need to leave or you can't tolerate something or you need to get up, or you do that. It's actually encouraged.
What got you into working with veterans? Like, how did this all start for you? Like, we all have a story.
I think I've always known that I wanted to do this work. It took me a really long time to just like do it. I genuinely feel honored to work with veterans. It's humbling and it's a learning experience every time. I genuinely feel that it's a privilege for me to kind of give back in a way, in the little way that I can, you know, like.
Yeah. And you have some background. You said you have family members as well that are veterans, right?
Yeah. My father served, I think, over 25 years in the CAF. And I have an older brother who also has served and been overseas. So
that's amazing. So you're a base brat.
Basically.
So that's kind of nice, though, as a veteran. Going to speak with somebody who has a little bit of understanding of the culture really helps put us at ease and makes things a little more comfortable. So another thing for myself, I guess, I've been through counseling. I've done a few different courses and training, and it does get to a point where you just get tired of telling your story. Can you tell us a little bit about like what you might see as benefits from somatic release and how that would work and translate without even having to tell your story?
Yeah. I think it's important for me to clarify the difference between like somatic release, somatic therapy, and what I do.
Right.
You will probably experience somatic release and also somatic therapy with me, but what I do is somatic psychotherapy. Okay. So there is a difference, and I think it's important because you can do somatic. Somatic means, it comes from the root word soma, which means body, right? And so yoga is a somatic thing. Breathwork is a somatic thing. The like moving your body is a somatic thing, right? It's more about like body awareness. And then once we get to that place where you have awareness of your body, then maybe there are memories that will pop up. I would say you can come in therapy and tell your story if that feels good for you. Or also you can just show up and your story will kind of unravel itself over time. But your body also tells a story, which is kind of the story that I am very interested about. What is your body telling us, and how can we relate that to what you've been through?
You know, one of the stories I tell people, so when I know somatic psychotherapy is slightly different than somatic release, for example.
It is.
But for me I like analogies, and I'll use the analogy of a gazelle. So if a lion attacks a gazelle, it'll run off into the woods after it's, you know, if everything works out okay, and it vigorously shakes off the anxiety.
That's the release.
Yeah. People can do that too, but we're so caught up in the social combines, or we're, you know, stressed or busy or whatever. We don't know. Like for the military, for example, we don't have time. They just teach us how to bottle that up, you know, speed, violence, aggression, get the mission done. And then when you're released, you don't know what to do. You're a boiling pot, just kind of always overflowing. And I found for me, one of the things was that as I learned to tell my body that it's okay and it's safe, it would have little tremors, like little, almost like muscle spasms and stuff. And as that would happen, it would be amazing. I would do like a breathwork session for 20 minutes, go through a guided meditation that I can do on my own or with somebody else. And my body just kind of starts releasing stress. And it took a little bit because I almost had to go into my own head and be like, it's okay. This is something that's very natural. You just need to relax and kind of control your breathing. And then your body pretty much takes over once you give it permission. When I was first doing it, and I could feel little tremors and whatever, I'm like, we always try to stop at restless legs, I guess, would be another kind of similar way. Like restless legs, your body's trying to
just let it move through you instead of resisting.
Yeah. So that's the way I kind of look at like somatic in a way that people can kind of like, how would that even work?
Yes, it's about, I think in a simplified way, it's about just trusting your body's instinct.
Yeah, I know.
Your body knows how to discharge, charge.
Yeah.
And emotions are charge. It's a charge in your body. The anxiety, the fear, they're charging. It's charged up. And the body knows how to let it out, but we resist that process. That is a huge part of what I'm passionate about, is how can we explore softening into that rigidity? And so we have to go through the body to do that work.
But can you tell us what a veteran might see when they show up and go through this workshop?
Yeah, so the workshop is designed with intention. What I mean by that is that, so you're going to show up, the space is accessible. It's going to be encouraged for you to not push your body in a way that feels harmful for you, just to kind of fit in with the workshop.
Right.
I'll give you a great example. Everyone knows how it feels to sit on one of those folding chairs. You know, the plastic hard ones with like the hollow back?
Right.
Yeah. Nobody's being forced to sit on that if that feels wrong for them. So I think that's kind of just setting the tone of like, there's a lot of different like seating options. It is an open room, so there are folding chairs, but there are also yoga mats. There's also like different pillows.
Okay.
And so when you come in, just having a sense of like what feels good for your body. If you need to bring a chair or a pillow or something to make yourself comfortable in the folded chair, all of that is going to be encouraged.
Okay.
Beyond that, I really like to pace myself. So I think less is more, especially when you're working with the body. So if you have this idea that you're going to come to this workshop and we're going to do like these intense, like breathing things, stay tuned for like the follow-up workshops. That's not what this is going to be.
Okay.
It's going to be very much just noticing, like, what does my breath even feel like? Do I become anxious when I notice my breath? Do I like my breath? Like, you know, and just kind of building on that.
Okay.
You can come if you're advanced. You can come if you don't know anything about it, because even if you're advanced, I think you would gain a lot from just slowing things down.
I think so too, yeah. Well, this has been amazing. Thank you very much for sitting with me and taking time to explain a little bit about what it is you do and what it is the workshop will look like. I appreciate it very much.
I look forward to the workshop.
Yeah, so do I.